Hey guys, what's up? My name is Sean Wayne and today, alika, pag-usapan nga natin itong video ni Kong, no? Kong Secretary Jing Paras. Alam naman natin, no? Doon sa mga nagsasubscribe dito kay Secretary Jing Paras. Dati siyang secretary under the administration of PRRD. Naging kongresista din. And we had the pleasure of tawag dito, having an interview with him. Anyway, Sec Jing, kamusta po? Ayan. Ngayon pag-uusapan natin itong ni-lecture. Isang abogado at isang isang kongresista. Nilecturean ang kapanyero niya. Kasi nga si Akop nga isang abogado rin, no. Lagi niyang pinagmamalaki yung pagiging abogado niya. Pero napatunayan na natin over and over again na hindi lahat ng abogado ay kasing gagaling gaya nito ni Secretary Jing Paras, siyempre our very own Attorney Libayan, Attorney Claire Castro. Nakikita naman po natin because these people are discussing many things in relation to the laws na dapat tayo mismo naiintindihan natin. So ngayon, pakinggan natin kung paano inilagay ni Secretary Jing Paras itong si Akop sa kanyang dapat kalagyan. Alam mo siguro sa dinabi-nabi ng tanong na nakakahiyang itanong is matanong ka kung saan law school ka galing. Sabi ko naman sa inyo, it's not the law school that makes you. It's the student. 'Di ba? Kung nanggaling ka pa siguro sa mga big names no na law school tapos bobo ka, sisirain mo pa yung pangalan ng law school mo, 'di ba? Ayun. Salamat. Play na natin to, guys.
Itong bugok na Akop, abogado man sana to, hindi niya naintindihan yung defense ni Grijaldo na hindi niya pwedeng sagutin yung mga tanong ni Akop dahil it will be against his right
to self-incrimination.
to self-incrimination. Mr. Akop, sir, pareho tayong, ako, naging congressman din ako at hindi ako kasing bobo mo. Hindi mo iniintindi yung Constitution versus your rules of Congress, the laws of the land vis-a-vis the Constitution. Makikita natin, naghirap na ang taong bayan, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang pang-aabuso nitong isang komitiba buklod-buklod na mga committees. Ginagawa nilang ang pangalan ay Huwadcom sa Kongreso. At tingnan natin, kawawa naman ito si Colonel Grijaldo, na antok yata ang kaibigan natin paring Alo. Mukhang nakatutok yung mata mo sa sino bang naalala mong babae dyan, mga kaibigan, mga kababayan, walang kakwenta-kwenta, dahil masyadong ano ba yung bingatibo sa Tagalog? Masyadong bingatibo itong Quadcom porque nag-testify at nagsasabi ng totoo ang isang colonel sa Senado, gusto nilang bawian at galit na galit sila. Ito po, kawawa naman si Grijaldo, pinakulong na, at dito sa video na ito, lumabas na ipapakulong uli nitong mga abusado ng mga congressman. Ito po, pakita natin po ito.
Tigil kayo.
Yung tanong ko,
Would like to invoke my right,
Mr. Chair.
Your Honor.
may I move that we cite Colonel Grijaldo in contempt for violation of Section 11, Paragraph C, refusal to answer relevant questions? So move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
There is a motion to cite in contempt Colonel Grijaldo for violating Section 11, Paragraph C of our rules of procedure governing inquiries in aid of legislation, and it was duly seconded. Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved. You are again cited in contempt.
Cited in contempt for illegal, for an illegal basis, Itong bugok na akop, abogado man sana to, hindi niya naintindihan yung defense ni
Ay, alam niyo ganito, paulit-ulit ko sinasabi to. Marami mga nakakapasa ng bar, kundi man dahil talagang magaling, siniswerte rin. 'Di ba? Siguro isa si Akop dun sa mga swinerte lang. Kasi obviously, makikita mo rito, I think two things na pwede nating isipin. Number one, he knows the law. Okay, I want to see it that way. He knows the law but he does not apply the law. He abused the position. Yun yung isang pwede nating tignan. Okay? Pag yung avenue na yun ang tinitingnan natin, pwede nating isipin, oh my God, he is bright. It's just that he's abusive. Okay? Now, the other side of it, na pwede nating sabihin, maging merciful tayo ng konti. No? He doesn't know the law or he does not understand kung paano niya i-interpretin yung batas, which is basically yung sinasabi rito ni Secretary Jing Paras. 'Di ba?
Aldo na hindi niya pwedeng sagutin yung mga tanong ni Akop dahil may magiging it will be against his right
To self-incriminate.
to self-incrimination. Mr. Akop, sir, pareho tayong ako, naging congressman din ako at hindi ako kasing bobo mo. Hindi mo iniintindi yung Constitution versus your rules of Congress, the laws of the land vis-a-vis the Constitution.
Ito guys, yung rights to self-incrimination. Actually, nakapaloob yan guys sa Bill of Rights natin. Okay? It is very important that we invoke that right. That's the very reason why we have the Bill of Rights, because this is the rights that we are being protective against the government. No, gaya ng nangyayari ngayon dito. Kaya even before, I've been stressing it out na may karapatan si Colonel Grijaldo to say that. Ini-invoke niya yung rights niya to self-incrimination. At the same time, paulit-ulit na sinasabi ni Colonel Grijaldo na he stand by whatever it is written dun sa kanyang affidavit. Oh, actually may isang video dyan si Maharlika eh. Okay, hanapin natin. Doon pinakita niya kung gaano kabobo itong mga kongresista natin. Tingnan natin, hanapin ko. Wait lang. Na-favorite ko yun eh. Hanapin ko lang. Kalma kayo guys. Saan na yung sinabi ni Maharlika? Galit na galit siya sa kabobohan. I think this was it. Ito. Ito yung sinasabi ni Maharlika. Ay, sorry.
Senado, ang tapang-tapang mo, sinabi mo na ganito.
Ulitin natin.
Ang sinasabi ng mga hayop nila, bakit hindi mo sinasagot yung tanong? Sa Senado, ang tapang-tapang mo, sinabi mo na ganito, na ganyan. Sinabi na nga niya, mga bobo kayong lahat. Diyan sa WADCOM, sinabi niya, I stand by with my statement under oath sa Senado. Ano tanong? Kasi gusto niyong ilihis ang issue dito sa blank check o blank report dito sa vice scam nakasabwat ang kidnapper na si Lisa, ang kawatan na si Marcos Jr., si Romualdez, lahat yung boss nyo.
Oh, balik na ngayon tayo kay Secretary Jing. 'Di ba? Ewan ko kung hindi nakakaintindi. Sino hindi nakakaintindi doon sa sinasabi ni Colonel Grijaldo, no? But definitely marami sa atin na naiintindihan yung sinabi niya sa statement niya that he will stand by his affidavit. Kung ano man yung sinabi niya yun na yung ano niya. So, this is why I don't understand why those congressmen na nandun sa Duwagcom, yung paulit-ulit nilang tinatanong yung bagay na naandun na. Why are you trying to question that when it's already there? Under oath po yun.
Alam niyo po, ito po, babasahin po kita ng ating saligang batas. Sinasabi niya, ulitin mo nga, anong sinasabi nitong akop? Pare?
May I move that we cite Colonel Grijaldo in contempt for violation of Section 11, Paragraph C, refusal to answer relevant questions?
Violation daw of Section 11, Paragraph C of the Rules of the House for failure to answer a question. Sir, Akop, Mr. Akop,
Bad trip na talaga si Secretary Jing dito.
kawawa naman ito, na sumusunod lang sa saligang batas. Ito po yung saligang batas. Mayroon po siyang karapatan under the Bills of Rights and under the Bill of Rights, Mr. Akop. Ito po, basahin mo yung mga article sa ating saligang batas. Ito. In the Philippines, the right to remain silent is enshrined in Article 3, Section 12 of the 1987 Constitution, which states that any person under investigation for the commission of an offense shall have the right to be informed of his right to remain silent and have competent and independent counsel, preferably of his own right or of his own choice. The right to self-incrimination is essentially the right against self-incrimination, meaning a person cannot be forced to testify against themselves. Alam mo, kung abogado ka, alam mo yung Miranda Doctrine.
Alam mo, Secretary Jing, ito yung nakakatawa, hindi lang po siya abogado, dati siyang police, investigador daw yan, no? Nasa intelligence daw yata yan. How come hindi niya alam ito? 'Di ba?
Na ang isang tao, pag kini-question, kailangan are you going to answer? Do you have a lawyer? And you have to inform him of his right to the right to remain silent.
Okay, we want to be fair with the Duwagcom naman. He was asked if he wants a lawyer. No, he was asked if he has a lawyer or if he wants a lawyer. So, sabi ni Colonel Grijaldo, wala siyang lawyer at ayaw niya ng abogado coming from the House of Representatives, no?
Dito, nag-invoke na si Grijaldo na he will not answer because it might incriminate him. He has the right to self-incrimination. Pero pinipilit mo, under duress, pinipilit mo na sumagot kasi mayroon kayong rules. Alam mo, Mr. Akop, alam mo, under the, siguro, ewan ko kung saan kang law school.
Actually, one of the most insulting, no, when you are asked, when you are asked kung saan ka galing law school, because you showcase your stupidity. 'Di ba? I'm sure naman with Secretary Jing, it's not to demean him, but I think Secretary Jing has this kind of expectation na ito basic to dapat alam mo to as a lawyer 'di ba? That you have to respect the rights of every individual under the Bill of Rights. But sa ginawa ni Akop, obviously, hindi niya nirespeto. Hindi ba?
Alam mo, mayroong landmark case
At hindi mo rin pwedeng sabihin na ito ay ignorance of the law. Hindi naman ini-expect, no? Sabi nga nila, mortal sin nga daw yung alam mo lahat. Pero ito, mga basics na to eh. You cannot pass political law 1 and 2 or Constitution 1 and 2 sa law school without even going through the Bill of Rights. Yung isang parte, okay, isang parte, kasi political law 1 eh, Constitution, yung second part nun is Constitu. Sa Constitu, dinidiscuss po dyan ang Bill of Rights. And sa isang buong month, sa isang buong term, Bill of Rights lang po ang pinag-uusapan. So we will find it very impossible for someone like Akop not to understand and know that. 'Di ba? And apart from it, pagdating mo ng fourth year, meron kang political law review, Paul Rev. I-discuss ulit ang Bill of Rights. So paano mo masasabi that you are unaware of that part sa karapatan ng isang tao? 'Di ba?
sa Amerika na sinusunod po ng ating Korte Suprema at saka mga law school. Yung doctrine between the conflict of the Constitution and an ordinary law. Kung narinig mo yon, very very famous na case sa Amerika, yung Marbury versus Madison. Sinasabi po doon na ang korte may karapatan yung kanilang right of judicial review. Anong ibig sabihin yan? Dahil titimbangin ng korte.
Itong sinasabi ni Secretary Jing, hanggang ngayon, dinadaanan po yan namin ni Montemyong or every law students. Yan landmark case na yan, dinadaanan po natin lahat yan.
Yung konflikto ng provision ng Constitution versus an ordinary law passed by Congress. And katulad nito, mayroon po tayong provision under the Bill of Rights, the right to remain silent and to secure a lawyer for himself. Conflict yan doon sa sinasabi mong Section 11. Ang karapatan niya under the Constitution shall prevail. Pero binayolate mo. Dahil hindi siya sumagot base sa kanyang karapatan under the Bill of Rights, pinakontempt mo. Alam mo, that is a violation of the Constitution. Mr. Akop, para sa kaalaman mo.
But is this right a criminal act? Violation of this right is a criminal act. And what is to stop these abusive, vindictive people from doing this again and again?
Kawawa naman, nakakulong na nga, may sakit pa, ipapakulong na naman uli. On the wrong premise na yung kanyang sinahit na batas will prevail over the right of Grijaldo being granted by the Constitution to him, which is the right to against self-incrimination, the right to remain silent. Every time magtanong sila, si Akop, sinasabi ni Grijaldo, "Sir, I will answer that. I have the right against self-incrimination."
Ang keyword dyan yung inalienable right na binaviolate nila.
So, kailangan na idalhin ito sa korte. I think Grijaldo should bring this and to court, to the Supreme Court, and ipakita niya na binayolate yung saligang.
Ang tanong dyan guys, one of the most interesting siguro na pwedeng maano natin, given yung fact na pwedeng mag-file ng petition itong si Colonel Grijaldo sa ginawa sa kanya ng Quadcom. Okay? Pwede rin ba na mag-offer ng pro bono itong si Attorney Jing Paras, no, para matulungan, o kaya si Attorney Freddy Topacio? Pwede kaya nilang magawa ng paraan to? The other thing is that pwede rin ba kaya, gaya ni Akop, pwede kaya siyang ma-file ng disbarment sa ginawa niya, no? Hindi lang ignorance of the law ang ginawa niya. May pang-aabuso na naganap doon. So, those are the questions that we'd like to hear an answer. Una, pwede bang tulungan si Colonel Grijaldo ni either Secretary Jing Paras or ni ni Attorney Topacio para makapag-file ng petition or complaint sa Supreme Court sa pang-aabusong ginagawa sa kanya, hindi paggalang sa kanyang karapatan under the Bill of Rights. Pangalawa, pwede bang ma-filean ng disbarment case itong si Colonel, Colonel ba yun? Alam ko Colonel din niya si di ba? O, pwede rin bang masampahan ng disbarment? Kasi obviously, gaya nga ng napapansin na nga nila Secretary Jing, no? Paulit-ulit na yung pang-aabusong nagaganap. Anyway, ayun lang. Sobrang nakakahiya lang na ma-question ka kung saan law school ka. Tapos showcase yung kabubuhan mo, yung kawalan mo ng alam sa simpleng bagay na dapat innate yan sa'yo bilang isang abogado. Ulitin ko, those things are very basic, lalo-lalo na sa mga lawyers, no? How much more sa aming mga nag-aaral pa lang ng batas. Sobrang pinapamaster yun sa amin ng aming mga professors na maintindihan namin mabuti kung ano ang nasusulat sa Bill of Rights. 'Di ba? Pero bakit may mga abogado gaya ni Akop na hindi yun naiintindihan? Kaya tuloy, tinatawag kang bobo at tinatanong kung saan ka galing law school. Kasi ang nakakatakot dyan, baka maraming gaya mo ang na-produce ng law school mo. 'Di ba?